What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about. I made another video to kind of talk about like the recap of the fucking quote unquote market crash. We're gonna call it. We had a huge gap down. That's what it was. So go watch that video if you don't know why we had that happen. But anyway, I was doing it short, so I'm going into the day a little bit. Maybe took 5 trades today. A lot of people are like over trading, over not trading. I'm like, bro, if I see a setup, I'm gonna take it. Maybe it was a bad setup. If it's not, I trust myself that even if I take a loss, 2 losses, even if I take 10 losses, it's like I know I'm gonna make it back. Why? Because my system is the way it is. So I ended up taking 2 losses and 3 wins. One maybe was like a break-even win, not a huge win. I got a little greedy. I was being greedy with the PTs today, and I still am. Like I'm holding this trade currently at full position, bro. I'm holding this trade. It's currently up. Let me go check my shit. It's currently up uh $11,000. I'm holding it full position, bro. Like this is what I'm looking for down here. Of course I'm trailing it. Like this is kind of my last line of defense, which we just rejected off of. But regardless, I go into the day bullish at first. Like I'm expecting to move up. I even drew this and then it moved down. So we open up and we rip on up. Let me make sure I'm all everything's centered. Hold on. Yep. Let me bring this down. There you go. We rip on up on in Q. We rip on up on yes, and I'm chilling, man. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm expecting. Then I make a little bit of a fatal mistake. I see on a 1 minute chart. I see this, and I went to long it. So right here, I went to long this candle right here. When this candle closed really strong, I'm like, hey, this is probably gonna give us the long up to like 300. I don't know what PT's at, but like I would have looked at like 320 or something, 340 maybe. Could be a nice long, but no. I make a mistake. I did not long that. I ended up actually taking a short of another area that I had, which was right at 300. Ended up getting stopped out. So unfortunate because I kind of had the right idea. I don't know what's up with my position, with my tool. Why it keeps like the longs keep going long like that. So anyway, I stopped out there. Then I decided, hey, sorry, right here after the night. Again, I try to trade again when we kind of inverted smaller 1 minute here. Again, another little bit of a mistake, and I take 2 losses there. Like just honestly, pretty stupid losses. I'll be the first one to admit it. Uh, Honestly, when you have a big winner like I had like overnight, you kind of go in the day like a little loose, a little not clean. No, I usually trade cleanly. Then whatever. Then I take another short right here. Uh, my God, dude, I don't know what's up with this. I take it to P1 at this low, and then move my stop loss to break even. So it's 40 points. Stop loss break even gets 8. Then take another short right here. And then this is another like about 40 to 60 points. Right there, we take some multiple TPs, then break even stop loss. Then lastly, my trade, I said, hey, we're either gonna hit the fib up here for rejection, or we're gonna hit we're gonna inverse this 5 minute. There's a 5 minute fair value gap right here. I was just so confident in the short, man. I was so confident. It's like we were gonna go down overall. Like, I didn't think this was gonna be that bullish of the day. I didn't think we were gonna recover. Like I didn't even think we were gonna get to GP. So I'm like, I'm just gonna short a little bit earlier. I'll be risking essentially 30 points. If I'm right, I'll make like 600 points or something crazy. Obviously, I'll take some TPs on the way, but that's what it was. So I was risking this high. No, it's 35 points exactly. So this was the trade. 30 points, sorry. So I long there. I shorted there a little bit before the right into that fair value gap, which it seems crazy to long into that fair value gap, but I thought we also had bearish SMT with ES and Q. And an entry that sometimes I do like is when price retraces right into that GP. So I felt like if I'm risking this high, essentially, it was a. Like sometimes like there is something in trades like your risk to reward is not just like your P&L like points like on a trade. It's also like the opportunity you're in. So I'm like, if I really think this short's gonna like run, it is worth the extra risk of just getting in. They may be waiting for the perfect entries, the perfect confirmation, which again gets you clapped a little bit sometimes, but it's just part of the risk, bro. It's like when you have 2 9s versus a dealer's like 6 or whatever, 5. You split them. you might lose both hands. You're like, damn, I just lost twice the money. But it's still the risk it's worth taking over the long term. And that's all I was thinking when I was like looking at this. I'm like, yo, I still feel really bearish about it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get in. Like, I'm not gonna let, just because I took a couple losses, a couple people talking shit in Discord, rattle me. I've been here before. You know, it's like when you fucking first go, LeBron goes to the finals the first time around, hands are shaking, you know, whatever. By the time he goes to the third or fourth, he has that composure to get that 3-1 comeback on Golden State. If you had that composure, if you let him be down 3-1, get to him, I promise you would have not gotten that comeback. And that was me. I was down. I was down 2-1. I was down. People were down for like, damn, Antonio, like, it's can't believe you're losing today. I only took 2 losses, guys. It was like it's insane that even 2 losses, like, it shocks people that I can lose. Like, people just genuinely think I have a 100% win rate. And sometimes I do, man. And there's been a whole month that I didn't lose a trade, but it's like it's the exception of the rule. A lot of times I do lose, and I'm okay with that. Like, it doesn't bother me losing at all. But anyway, so yeah, I took that short betting against the 5-minute bullish for volley gap. I just feel like the first 5-minute bullish for volley gap just felt like such a bait, and you had these lows just sitting there, bro. There was no way this low wasn't gonna get taken out. He had gotten taken out here, and that's when, remember that trader I took some TP on right here. When yes took that out, that's when I went to break even. I'm like, hey, this might be a bullish SMT if, right, if and it was, and if Link was not taking it out. So then I was like, okay, I think we will revisit that later. On the higher time frame, we had some reason why this rejected right there. We were tapping into this larger 4-hour Ferrari gap. I think it was, yep, right here. We tapped into 4-hour Ferrari gap. So we're delivering from a 4-hour Ferrari gap with an overall really bearish trend. You get a bearish up within it. You retrace your bearish GP on ES and the 0.5 on NQ. So it felt pretty good to be like, hey, we have a really clear level that we want to go tap into, which is this. Let's go tap into it. And then potentially, like, there's the idea of swing trading is all the way back to new lows. Now that's a different story. We will see. But whatever. This is like the main target, which is 150 points. And just this one win alone makes up for 2, 3, 4 losses, right? So it's all about high risk reward. Your win rate is secondary, and yeah, lots to learn. I do regret taking these 2 trades here. I don't regret. I just regret because they were not the highest quality setup. But when you're up a ton, guys, a lot of times it is what it is, you know. So I hope you guys learned something. Do not make the mistakes I make, and as always,